The moment the laughter leaves my lips, I know I've gone too far. It's sharp, echoing, cutting through the cozy hum of conversation like broken glass scattered across polished wood. My friends laugh with me, their voices bubbling like champagne. But when my eyes flick to my husband's face, the warmth drains from mine. He doesn't laugh. Not even a polite smile. Just the stillness of a man absorbing the blow like he's been here before, like he expected it. I shouldn't have said it. I know better than to make him the punchline. But I did. And now the taste in my mouth is bitter, metallic, almost like blood. We're sitting around the long oak table in our living room. Glasses clink, candles burn low, music hums from the speaker in the corner. Our friends, our audience, are all leaning back, wine-flushed and easy. Except me, except him. My husband, Daniel, sits at the head of the table, his hand resting casually around his glass. He doesn't break eye contact. The flicker of the candle catches in his dark gaze, making it impossible to read if he's hurt, angry, or planning something else entirely. I shift in my chair, force another laugh, too high, too thin. I'm only joking, I murmur, though no one's asked me to explain. The room is still caught in the afterglow of the joke. No one but me notices the fracture, but Daniel's silence carves into me. That silence says more than words ever could. Let me pause here, tell you who I am. My name is Elena. I've been married to Daniel for 6 years. 6 complicated, exhilarating, devastating years. He's a man who never raises his voice, never storms out of a room, never makes a scene. But don't mistake quiet for weak. His power is the kind that slips under your skin, the kind that makes you aware of every glance, every pause, every breath he doesn't take. That's what unnerves me now, because in this room filled with laughter, his silence is thunder. I steal a glance at him, half hoping he'll meet me halfway, half fearing he already has a plan. He raises his glass slowly, deliberately, takes a sip, sets it back down. Then he smiles, not at me but at our guests, a small, effortless smile that warms the room again. Conversation flows back like a tide. Everyone exhales, returns to their stories, their laughter. But I feel it. The shift, the promise in his quiet. He's not letting this go. Hours later, when the night dwindles and friends gather coats and shoes, Daniel helps them at the door with perfect courtesy. His hand rests lightly on my back as he thanks them for coming, his touch warm but unreadable. He laughs at a final joke, his voice calm, rich, practiced. To them, we are the perfect couple. To them, nothing has cracked tonight, but the door shuts. The lock clicks, and the silence swells between us, heavy, electric. I turn, already fumbling for words, apologies, explanations. Daniel, I didn't... He holds up a finger. Just one, not harsh, not loud, but enough to slice through my words. His gaze pins me where I stand, my breath caught in my throat. For a moment, I swear I hear my own heartbeat louder than anything else in the room. You embarrassed me, he says finally, voice low, measured. In front of everyone, it's not an accusation. It's a fact laid bare. I open my mouth, but the apology feels small, inadequate. I didn't mean... He steps closer. My words tangle in my chest. His nearness does that to me, always has. His presence fills the room like gravity itself. He doesn't touch me, but I feel it. That invisible thread pulling me toward him. You laugh at me once, he says softly, and the room laughs with you. You laugh at me twice, Elena. His pause is deliberate, dangerous, and I laugh last. My pulse stutters. What do you mean? That smile, God, that smile. Slow, restrained, lethal. His hand brushes my arm, feather-light, but it sets fire through me. You'll see, he murmurs. I swallow hard, my chest tightening with something between fear and anticipation. He kisses my cheek then, sweet, almost tender, before walking past me toward the bedroom. He doesn't look back, and just like that I know. I stand frozen in the quiet house. The faint hum of the fridge, the only sound. My husband's words hang in the air like smoke, thick, invisible, choking me with their weight. You'll see. Every instinct tells me to follow him, to apologize, to fold myself into his chest and beg for forgiveness. But another part of me, the part he's always managed to awaken, hesitates. Because I know Daniel. I know the way his silences are never empty. They're filled with intent, with choices, with plans, and he's planning something now. The candles still flicker in the dining room, half burned and forgotten. The air smells of wine, roasted garlic, and something else. Something sharper. Anticipation. My skin prickles as if the walls themselves are alive. Watching, waiting. I walk toward the bedroom slowly, each step echoing too loudly in my ears. The hallway feels longer than usual, the shadows deeper. At the door I pause. The light inside is low, golden, spilling out like a secret. He's waiting. Daniel sits at the edge of the bed, jacket off, tie loosened, sleeves rolled up. The picture of control even in stillness. His eyes find mine immediately, dark and steady, making me feel exposed under their weight. "Lock the door," he says. My throat tightens. "Daniel." "Lock it." The command is quiet, but it thrums through me. My hand moves before my mind catches up, sliding the bolt into place with a soft click. My pulse roars in the silence that follows. He leans back slightly, studying me. "Do you know what you did tonight?" I swallow. "I embarrassed you. And yourself." His voice is calm, but there's an edge beneath it, sharp enough to cut. "You think it's funny to chip away at me in front of others. To make me small." Guilt burns hot in my chest. "I wasn't thinking." "No, you were. That's the problem." His words strike, but the way he's looking at me, intense, unblinking, ignites something else beneath the shame. Heat. Awareness. He knows it too. His gaze drags over me, deliberate, and I feel it like a touch. I shift on my feet. "Daniel." His smile curves, slow and unreadable. "You want me to forgive you?" "Yes." The answer slips out too quickly, too desperate. "Then you'll listen." He rises from the bed, his height casting me in shadow. Every movement is deliberate, controlled, as if he's choreographing a dance I don't yet know the steps to. My breath catches when he stops just in front of me, so close the scent of his cologne wraps around me. Warm cedar, clean spice, the faintest hint of smoke. His hand lifts. Not to touch yet. He hovers just above my cheek, close enough to feel the heat of his palm without the contact. The almost touch makes my knees weak. "You don't realize," he murmurs, voice low, threading into me like silk, "how much power your words have over me, how much I let you in, how much I allow." His breath brushes my skin, my lips part, ready to speak, to apologize again, but he lowers his finger to press lightly against them. "Shh." The sound is a command and a caress all at once. The room feels smaller, tighter. My chest rises and falls too fast. Each inhale shallow, insufficient. The silence between us now isn't empty. It's loaded. Every second stretches, pulling us tighter into its grip. "Do you want me angry with you, Elena?" His question isn't casual. It's layered, dangerous. "No." My whisper is barely sound. "Then tell me the truth." His eyes hold mine. "Why did you laugh?" The question slices through the haze. Shame floods me again. My lips tremble. "Because I wanted their attention. I wanted to feel—" I falter, the words catching. "More than just your wife at that table." His jaw tightens. He exhales through his nose, slow, measured. But I see the flicker of something raw in his eyes. Not just anger, hurt. "You already are more," he says, softer now, but no less intense. "You're everything. And you mock me? In front of people who don't matter?" Tears sting my eyes unbidden. His hand finally touches me, fingers tracing my jaw, strong and steady. My breath shudders out. The tension coils between us, sharp and fragile, and beneath it, something shifts. Because in his touch I don't just feel reproach. I feel possession. I feel want, and God help me, I want it too. His thumb brushes my lower lip. My body sways into him. But before I can close the distance, he withdraws, steps back, leaves me trembling, empty. "Not yet," he says. The words are final, steel wrapped in silk. He turns away, leaving me standing there with my pulse racing, my skin burning, my heart clawing at my ribs. Not yet. The promise in those words terrifies me. The promise excites me even more. The night stretches long, heavy with everything unsaid. I lie awake, staring at the ceiling, but I don't sleep. Not really. I just replay every look, every word, every withheld touch. Daniel's voice is still in my head. Not yet. The clock ticks past midnight. The house is silent, but my heart won't be. It pounds in my chest, restless, aching. Finally, I can't take the stillness anymore. I slip from the bed, bare feet pressing against cool hardwood, and find him. He's in the study, light spilling out in a muted glow. Papers are scattered across his desk, but he isn't working. He's sitting back in the leather chair, a glass of whiskey in his hand, eyes fixed on the amber swirl like it's holding secrets. When he notices me, he doesn't look surprised. Couldn't sleep? No. My voice is softer than I expect, like confession itself. He gestures to the chair across from him. Sit, I do, folding my hands in my lap, suddenly feeling like a schoolgirl awaiting judgment. The silence between us isn't sharp this time. It's slower, more dangerous. He studies me, his gaze steady, unwavering. You're restless. I nod, throat too tight to speak. You've been restless all night. His words land like a statement, not a question. My voice falters. I press my palms together, grounding myself. I can't stand this distance between us. The corner of his mouth curves, not quite a smile. What distance? You're sitting right there. He knows what I mean. He wants me to say it. To strip myself bare, so I do. I hate that I hurt you. My voice cracks, raw and unguarded. I hate that I made you feel small when the truth is, you're the only man who ever made me feel seen. Something flickers in his eyes, fast, fleeting. He doesn't look away, and yet you laughed. The shame burns hotter now. Because I was afraid. That makes him pause. Afraid of what? My chest heaves, words caught in my throat. Then before I can lose courage, I let them spill. Afraid that you're too much for me sometimes. That the way you look at me, the way you hold me, it's like you see every part of me. Even the parts I try to hide. And that terrifies me. The whiskey glass stills in his hand. His knuckles tighten around it. For the first time tonight, he looks shaken. Not much, but enough that I notice. Enough that my breath hitches. I lean forward, trembling, desperate. And the truth is, I laugh because I don't know what else to do with the way you make me feel. Like I'm always one step away from unraveling completely. The silence that follows is unbearable. I brace for rejection, for anger, for dismissal, but instead, he sets the glass down. Slowly, carefully. Then he rises, each step toward me deliberate, slow enough that I feel every second stretch across my skin. When he stops in front of me, I tilt my chin up to meet his gaze. My heart thrums wildly like it's trying to escape. His hand comes to rest on my jaw, thumb grazing the corner of my mouth. His touch is warm, grounding, and devastating. Do you think I don't feel the same? His voice is low, roughened, as if pulled from somewhere deep. Do you think you don't undo me every single day? My breath stutters. Daniel! He leans closer, his forehead almost touching mine, his lips so near I can taste the whiskey on his breath. The air between us tightens, thick, fragile. His thumb presses just slightly harder against my skin, anchoring me. I let you laugh at me tonight, he whispers. But what I won't let you do is doubt what you mean to me. The words slice straight through me. The ache I've been carrying cracks open, spilling into the air between us. I can't hold it anymore. My hand reaches up, curling around his wrist, clinging to him like he's the only solid thing in the world. My voice trembles. I'm sorry, the apology isn't enough, but it's real. It's everything. He studies me for a long, burning moment. Then his lips find mine. It isn't rushed. It isn't punishing. It's slow, deliberate, searing. His mouth moves against mine with the weight of restraint finally breaking. Of everything we've been holding back spilling over. The kiss is confession itself. Raw, consuming, desperate. When he pulls back, my chest heaves, my lips trembling with the absence of his. My hands clutch at him, unwilling to let go. But before I can draw him back, a sound shatters the moment. The faint buzz of his phone vibrating on the desk. He straightens, his expression shifting, unreadable again. He glances at the phone, then at me. The connection between us hangs in the air. Unfinished, electric. Go back to bed, he says softly, though his eyes linger on me as if he's torn. And just like that, the kiss, the confession, becomes both everything and not enough because it isn't over. Not by a long shot. I try to sleep after he sends me back to bed, but it's impossible. The taste of him lingers on my lips, the memory of his hands still warm on my skin. My body thrums with everything we almost had, everything we stopped short of. I toss, I turn. Every nerve is alive, restless, screaming. By the time I hear his footsteps in the hallway, I'm sitting up, knees drawn to my chest, my pulse wild. The door opens, soft, careful, but when his shadow fills the frame, I can't stay still. Daniel. My voice is barely more than breath. He doesn't answer right away. He just steps inside, closes the door, and leans against it, watching me. His silence is heavier than words. His shirt is untucked now, sleeves rolled higher, his jaw taut like he's been wrestling with himself. "You think you can just kiss me?" I whisper, voice trembling, "and then walk away like nothing happened?" He exhales, a sound low and rough as if I've hit the nerve he's been trying to protect. "You think it was easy for me to stop?" His eyes cut into me, sharp and raw. "You undo me, Elena, do you know that? Every word, every look, every time you breathe near me, I lose control." The confession slices through the air and my chest tightens with it. I slide off the bed, bare feet meeting the floor. I cross the distance slowly, each step deliberate until I'm standing before him. Close enough to see the storm behind his eyes, then "Don't stop," I whisper. For a moment, the world holds its breath. His jaw flexes, his chest rising hard against his shirt. And then, it breaks. He moves. His hands grip my waist, pulling me against him, his mouth crashing onto mine with a hunger that steals every ounce of air from my lungs. There's nothing restrained now, nothing measured. It's raw, desperate, as though we've both been starving and finally found the feast. I gasp into his kiss, clutching at his shoulders, nails digging through fabric. His lips trail down my jaw to the hollow of my throat, his breath hot against my skin. My knees weaken, but his arms hold me, steady, commanding. "You think you can mock me," he growls against my neck, "and I won't remind you who you belong to?" A shiver rips through me. I can't speak. My head tips back, surrendering, my body arching into his. His grip tightens, then loosens, a rhythm of dominance and gentleness that leaves me spinning. One moment his mouth is claiming mine with ferocity. The next, his forehead rests against mine, his breath uneven, his voice ragged. "I should be furious," he whispers, "but all I can feel is how much I want you." Tears prick my eyes, not from hurt, but from the unbearable weight of truth in his words. I clutch his face in my hands, forcing him to meet me, to see me. Then stop fighting it. Stop fighting me. The vulnerability cracks something open in both of us. His eyes soften just for a moment, just enough to undo me completely. Then his lips are on mine again, slower this time, deeper, as though he's memorizing me, piece by piece. My back hits the wall, his body pressing into mine, heat radiating through fabric. Every touch burns, every kiss breaks and mends me in the same breath. My fingers weave into his hair, tugging, anchoring. His hands roam, firm, reverent, claiming I've never felt so bare. Not just my body, but my heart. Every mask, every defense, every carefully chosen laugh I once used to shield myself. It all crumbles here, under his hands, under his gaze. And for the first time tonight, I let go completely. The sound of his breath against my ear, the way he whispers my name like it's a vow, the way his arms hold me like he'll never let go. This is the breaking point. Not of anger, not of pride, but of walls, of fears, of the distance we pretended could protect us. When his lips find mine again, I know this isn't about revenge anymore. It isn't about proving who wins or who bends, it's about truth. And the truth is, we can't deny this. Not anymore. But just as I surrender fully, just as his hands slide to frame my face with trembling tenderness, a sound pierces the air. A knock. At the front door, we both freeze, breathless, hearts colliding in the silence. The knock comes again, firmer this time, and just like that, the fragile, shattering moment between us, the knock at the front door echoes through the house like a gunshot. Daniel and I freeze, pressed against the wall, breaths ragged, bodies trembling with everything we've unleashed and everything we still haven't. Another knock, louder, demanding. He pulls back just enough to look at me. His eyes are still dark, still storming, but there's something else now. A flicker of choice. He could go to the door. He could let the world in. But he doesn't move. Let it wait, he murmurs, voice rough, raw. And then his lips crash back to mine. The sound of his kiss drowns out everything else. The knocks. The silence, the trembling in my own chest. His mouth is fierce, desperate, like he's reclaiming what was almost lost. My hands cling to him, anchoring myself against the flood. The knocking stops. Silence falls again, but we don't notice. We're too far gone. He lifts me effortlessly, my legs wrapping around his waist, my back pressed to the wall. Every kiss deepens, every touch confesses what words can't hold. It's not polished, not careful. This is us breaking open, raw and undeniable. You drive me mad, Elena. He breathes against my lips. Mad enough to want to punish you. Mad enough to never let you go. Tears burn my eyes, but I'm smiling through them. Then don't. He pulls back just enough to look at me, his forehead pressed to mine, his chest heaving. His voice drops, roughened by the weight of everything we've danced around. Do you even know how much I love you? How much it kills me when you doubt it. My throat tightens. The confession hits harder than his anger ever could. I do now, I whisper. And I'm sorry I ever made you question me. His hands cradle my face, strong and steady, and he kisses me again. Slower this time, deeper, like a vow sealed in breath and skin. The world falls away, leaving only this. Us undone, remade. When he finally sets me down, my legs are trembling, but he doesn't let me fall. He never has. His arms stay around me, grounding me, pulling me into the safety of his chest. We stand there, hearts pounding, silence stretching. Not the sharp, dangerous silence of before, but something different. Something full. He presses his lips to my hair. No more mocking. No more walls. I nod against him, my voice steady for the first time all night. No more pretending I'm not terrified of how much I love you. His chest rumbles with a soft, low laugh. This time it isn't cutting. It's tender, forgiving, alive. The air between us shifts, lighter now, but still magnetic. He takes my hand, leads me back to the bed. Not in silence, not in distance, but together. Every step a choice. When we finally lie down, tangled in each other, I feel the weight that's been pressing on us for months finally lift. The anger, the pride, the masks, they're gone. What's left is raw, messy, breathtakingly real. He brushes his thumb across my cheek, his eyes softer than I've ever seen them. You'll never need to compete for attention, Elena. Not with me. You already own every piece of me. My chest swells, breaking open with something fierce and uncontainable. I press my lips to his, one last kiss before sleep pulls at us. Gentle, certain, and I know, with a certainty that steadies me, it's true. Tonight changed everything, not because I mocked him, but because he refused to let me hide from what was always between us, and I'll never laugh at him again. Not because I fear his silence, but because I finally